layperson to understand and get facts about why something happened in the absence of evidence. Not just in the absence of evidence, but in the absence of people who were committed to actually telling people the truth, people who were trying to actively cover something up. So therefore, a lot of conspiracy theories have come true, right? I mean, with COVID, with a lab leak theory, I don't know, we're funding, COVID viruses, coronaviruses in a Wuhan lab that's being, whatever, the whole story, circumventing and going over here with Fauci, and they're giving them the money, and then they tell us, oh no, it was from bat soup down the street. Like, oh, you don't think COVID originated in the lab where they were doing coronavirus research on bats? So, I mean, this is the reason that we're here. And people are, some people's brains are broken because of it, so everything now is conspiracy theory. But there's something else that's very much like a left-wing ideology that's driving this, and Candace Owens and other people. Let's just pick one example. Barack Hussein Obama, our first Muslim president, right? He was the Billy Graham of Islam. And every time you had, so he operated from an assumption that, Islam was a peaceful religion, right? And therefore, any jihadist attack, any act of terrorism and murder carried out in the name of radical Islam, well, it couldn't have anything to do with the ideology, because Islam is a wonderful religion and a peaceful religion. And so here we have these conspiracy theorists operating from an assumption that it could not have been the kid who actually climbed up on the roof with a rifle and put a bullet in Charlie Kirk's neck in front of people at Utah Valley University. And so therefore they are never, it's like if you love pit bulls, and I know this will make some pit bull dog fanatics and fans upset, but pit bulls are responsible for the majority of violence by dogs. So if your assumption is like, well, no, all pit bulls are peaceful, then you're going to get really defensive of every time there's a pit bull attack that ends in the death of some kid. So this is the problem. So they're excluding. They're not going to believe any of the evidence that is presented to them. They have built up a barricade in their minds for any evidence that would confirm Occam's razor, the most obvious truth that's presented. And so they have to look all these other places because they refuse to acknowledge, I guess, in a weird way, that left-wing indoctrination could have led to this, particularly in the militant, most dangerous social experiment of the left, which is the transgenderism.
When I first came to America around 1980, I had $500 in my pocket, that's it. Now, if I'd been really frugal and not spend a penny of that money, what do you think it would be worth now? What could it actually buy now compared to what it could buy in 1980? Well, the answer, less than $130. Now, why is that? Because the U.S. government, through the Fed, is constantly printing money and devaluing your money. When the government prints money, there's more money chasing the same amount of goods and services. So guess what? Money goes down in value. Money buys less. The Fed has been at it since 1913. That's why a dollar today can buy just what a few cents could buy in 1913. And the government continues to print oceans of money. It really never stops. Now, an ounce of gold reached a high of $850 in 1980. It's worth now around $3,900 an ounce. So historically over time, we see gold has gone up and up in value. Dollars have gone down and down. What about in the last 12 months? Gold is up over 40%. I believe now is the time to find out how you can diversify your savings with gold and silver. And this is why I've partnered with Goldco. They offer the best customer service for precious metals ownership. They are also the only gold dealer that offers a first-time gold buyer rebate of up to 10% in bonus silver on qualified purchases. There's no better offer out there, so take advantage. To learn more about how to safeguard your savings from the dollar's decline, go to dineshgold.com. Very simple, easy to remember, dineshgold.com.
I am very picky when it comes to subscriptions, and I like to think I keep up with them pretty well. But once I downloaded Rocket Money, they let me know I had been paying for not just a subscription to a streaming service I don't use anymore, but 2 subscriptions to a streaming service I don't use anymore. 2 separate subscriptions for one singular me. They were able to help me cancel both of those subscriptions with just a couple little taps on my phone. Rocket Money can help you save more, not just by helping cancel subscriptions, service meter.
Own a vacation rental? If it's not listed on Booking.com, it's invisible to millions of travelers on our platform who can't book what they can't see. Your king-size bed? Invisible. Your pool? Invisible. And your hot tub? That new shit?